Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me for today's at-home full body Pilates workout. Today is going to be a quick and effective routine. We're going to sculpt, stretch, and strengthen our entire bodies without any equipment. This workout does include a brief cool down and warm up. If you're looking for a little bit more of a stretch at the end, I can provide a link to a longer cool down for you. So with that in mind, let's hit the mats and get right into this routine. We're going to start off in a kneeling position, or you can be standing with your feet hip distance apart. I'm going to take my hands behind my head, open the elbows out to the sides of the body, and we're going to start off by warming up the thoracic spine. Let's plug belly in toward the spine, and we're going to round, creating space between the shoulder blades. Elbows come together and then open, separating those elbows, arching the spine. Inhale. And exhale as we open and extend the spine. Gaze comes up. Inhale to close. Exhale to open. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Curl inwards. And open through the chest. Good. Feeling an opening in the chest as well as mobility in the thoracic spine. As you work through this, you're also stretching your neck. Let's take a couple more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. And open those elbows nice and wide. Release the hands down by the sides. Bring your hands below your shoulders, knees below your hips. From here, I'm going to walk out into a plank, flexing through the feet. Hold in your plank, lift your abdominal wall, nice flat line with the body. Bend the knees and sink back toward the heels. Shoot forward into plank, hold, and then press back, stretching through the spine. Keep the feet flexed as you move through these two positions. Stretching the shoulders as you press back, strengthening and warming up the upper body as you shoot forward into your plank. Good. So inhale to come back. Exhale to come forward, nice broad shoulders. Creating that flat line with the body as you come into plank. Hold for a split second and then stretch out the spine and draw the armpits down toward the floor as you stretch back. Nice work. We've got 3. I'm feeling those legs firing up now too. And last one, send it back and stretch for a moment here. I want you to take a moment to really lengthen through the tailbone. Stretch through those fingertips. Breathing into the back of the rib cage and slowly out through the mouth. Nice work. Now we're going to come into some push-ups and some other upper body strengthening moves. So again, knees are below the hips and the hands are below the shoulders. I'm going to spread my fingers and turn the elbows out so that we have a wide elbowed push-up. We're going to lower the chest down between the hands and then push up through the heels of the hands. Lower the chest, neck stays long, gaze stays on the floor, and push up. Inhale to lower, belly to spine as you lift. Keeping those shoulders nice and broad, letting the elbows splay out to the side of the body, and then straighten those arms as you lift. Inhale and exhale. Try not to let those shoulders come up by the ears. Keep your core engaged. Nicely done. We've got 5, 4, last 3, 2, and last 1. Come up and turn over onto your bum. So from here, we're going to get into some tricep work. So I'm going to bring the hands behind me. Elbows are pointing straight out behind. Arms are parallel and the fingers are turned toward the toes. From here, we're gonna lift into a reverse tabletop. So we're inhaling here and exhaling to lift into our reverse tabletop. So your knees should be below, or your heel should be below your knees here. Your chest is nice and open. We're gonna lower the bum, just hover it above the floor, and then push up through the heels of the hands. Good. Lower, inhale, and exhale, push up, plugging navel in, squeezing the back body. Good. Lower, just hover and push up. Good. Nice opening of the chest as you do so. Inhale to lower. Exhale, pull belly in toward the spine as you lift. We've got 5, 4. Lift that bum for 3, 2. Nice tight abdominal wall. And last one, we're gonna come up and hold. Now from this reverse tabletop position, we're gonna lift the right leg up, lift the left leg up, and then we're gonna lower for 2 tricep dips. 1 and 2. Lift the leg, lift the other leg, lower, and push up through the heels of the hands. Lower and push up. 1, 2, moving into tricep dips. Keep those elbows pointed out back behind you. Good. Lower and lift. Now as you lift those legs, try to keep the hips even. So don't let one side drop as you lift the alternate side. Keep yourself nice and balanced and stable here. Good work. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. 1 and 2. Lower, lift. Stay strong. Last repetition. 1, 2. Lower down, push it up. Lower down and push it up. Nice work. Lower your bum down to the floor. And just take a moment here to fold over the lower body and stretch. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale. And as you exhale, come up to a seated position. And we're going to go back into a reverse tabletop, this time with the legs outstretched. So pull those elbows out back behind you. Chest is open. Lift the bum. Engage the core. Find that stability. And now we're going to dip to the right side and then dip to the left side. So alternating sides, keeping that bum lifted, supporting yourself with those arms. Thighs are switched on here too. Nice strong core. Working multiple muscle groups here as we shift from side to side. Try not to let your bum drop. Good. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center and lower your bum down to the floor. Amazing work. Now we're going to come over onto our sides and we're going to go into some one-arm push-ups. So my right leg is on top. I'm going to take my left arm and wrap it around my torso so that it is out of the way. I'm going to lower my right hand down to the floor. Neck is nice and long, hips are stacked, core is engaged. We'll inhale here and exhale to push up through the heel of the hand, switching on the back of the arm. Lower and lift. Now I want you to really put weight into the heel of that right hand as you lower and push up. Good. Inhale and exhale, focusing on those triceps doing the work. As you lower with control, you're keeping those muscles switched on. Good. Nice work. I know these are tough, but they're super effective in sculpting the backs of the arms. We've got 5 and 4. Last 3 and 2. Woo. And last 1, and relax it down. Wow, those were a struggle. Okay, So from here, we're gonna switch gears and move into some lower body work. So I'm supporting my head in my hand, or you can be on your outstretched arm. I'm gonna take this top leg and move it out of the way. So I'm bringing it forward, creating a bridge. If that's uncomfortable, you can put the leg behind you. I'm gonna put the leg in front, point the toes, and work into the inner thighs here as we lift and lower that bottom leg. Lift and lower, good work. Now make sure your core is engaged here. Your neck is nice and long. Your shoulders are down away from your ears. And we're focusing our attention now on that left inner thigh. As we lift, squeezing the inner thigh and lower, just hovering the leg above the mat before lifting it back up again. So we're keeping those inner thigh muscles switched on throughout the entire range of movement. Good, lift and lower. Really squeeze the inner thigh to get that lift. Nice work. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top of the lift, flex the foot. Carry on with the flexed foot. Good. Belly button is plugged in, lifting and lowering that leg with control. Whew. Inner thigh should be really fired up now. Keep the toes pulled back toward the shin as you lead up with the inside of the foot. Relax those shoulders. Good. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Whew, that really burned in the inner thigh. So from here, we're gonna come down into an all fours position. Crawl to the top of your mat if you're not already there, and I'm gonna lower down onto my forearms, interlacing the fingers, elbows are below the shoulders. From here, continuing to work that left leg, I'm going to extend the left leg and square the hips with the mat. From here, we're gonna tap the left leg over the right leg and then come up and out on a diagonal. Ooh, okay, need more space. So I'm tapping and extending out on a diagonal. So I'm tapping my toe down and extending up and out to the side. Notice I'm moving really slowly for this one. And I'm really focusing on those left glutes doing the work. Keeping that leg as straight as possible. Tap and extend. Tap and draw a nice diagonal line in the air with that big toe. Now, as you extend on that diagonal, I want you to breathe out. And as you breathe out, I'd like you to also lift your belly button towards your spine. Strengthening that core, protecting that lower back as you do the work. Good. We've got 4, 3, keep pointing through the toes. 2, relax those shoulders down away from your ears. And 1, nice work. Now from here, lower the leg down. We're gonna lift the leg and pulse up for 1, 2, and 3, then lower. So lift, 1, 2, 3 pulses, lower down. Lift, 2, 3, lower down. Lift, 2, 3, lower down. Lift, up, up, and lower. Good, keep that spine nice and long. Keep the gaze down on the floor. Squeeze the bum to get the lift for those pulses. This is a tough one. 1, 2, 3, and lower. Good work, stick with it. Abs are engaged, protect that low back. Don't let it strain as you lift the leg. Last set. And now we're gonna hold it here, flex the foot, pulling the toes back toward the shin and pulse. Good. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Nice work. Take your knees nice and wide and push yourself back into a child's pose. Take a moment to regulate your breath here. I definitely need to do that. Breathing in through the nose and slowly out through pursed lips. Amazing. Lift yourself up to a kneeling position, and we're going to shift around to the other side. So lowering down to the mat, getting into position for those one arm push-ups. So folding your lower arm around your torso, positioning your hand so it's in line with your shoulder, nice long neck, abs engaged, stacked hips. We're gonna lift and lower, lift and lower, keeping the tension on the back of the arm, pushing up and lowering with control. Good. Working into the side body as well as the back of the arm. Try not to rest too long at the bottom. We've got 5, 4, ooh, I'm really sweating. For 3, back of the arm is working hard. 2, we can do it. And last 1, amazing work. Lower down. Support your head in your hand or on your arm. Create that bridge either in front of your body or behind it. And we're going to lift and lower that bottom leg. Good. So focusing on our right inner thighs now. Squeezing at the top of every lift. Lowering, but not all the way down to the mat. So we're keeping those thighs working hard. Breathing deeply as we move. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Squeeze that inner thigh. Try to really lift up as high as you can. And again, that little split-second pause at the top of the lift really fires up those inner thighs. We've got 5, 4, 3, squeeze and lift for 2, and final 1, come up, flex the foot, lower and lift, lower and lift. Leading up with that inside of the foot now. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears if they've started to creep up. Good. Lift a bit higher each time. For 5, for 4, for 3, and 2, and final 1, and lower it down. Nice work. Now, bring yourself up into your all fours position. Drop your forearms down to the mat. Interlace your fingers, elbows below the shoulders, and extend that right leg out long. Scoop belly in, square the hips, tap the toe across to the other side of the left leg, and then extend out on that diagonal. Tap, extend, tap, extend. Squeeze the booty as you do so. Good. Slow. Make this a really controlled movement. Mind-muscle connection. Again, squeeze and hold before lowering that leg back down, creating that diagonal line in the air with the big toe. Nice work. We've got 5, 4, 3, lift and squeeze for 2, and final 1, and lower down to the mat. Good. Now, so make sure those hips are square with the floor. Lift, 2, 3, lower. Lift, 2, 3, and lower. Good work. Lift, 2, 3, lower down. Up, 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 and lower. Abs plugged in. Toe is pointed, leg is perfectly straight. Getting that lift. Nice work. Lift, 2, 3. Lift, 2, 3. Squeeze the bum. Good. Nice work. 2 more sets. 1, 2, 3. And last one. 1, 2, and 3. Flex the foot. Pulse. Little pulses here. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Take the knees nice and wide. Keep the hips elevated this time. Coming into a puppy pose as you drop your forehead to the mat, stretching the shoulders and lengthening out through the tailbone. Regulating that breath. Inhaling deeply and exhaling. Amazing work. Let's walk ourselves up and we're going to focus on our abs now. So I'd like you to bring your feet forward and we're just going to roll down onto our backs using our hands to help us. And when we're down on the floor, we're going to take the hands behind the head. Elbows are nice and wide here. We're going to separate the legs so that they're mat distance apart and really point through the toes. So you're kind of creating a V shape with the legs. The thighs are switched on because we want to keep the legs really stationary with these crunches that we're going to perform. So we're inhaling here, and as we exhale, we're curling and crunching up, keeping the lower body really stationary. Good, toes are pointed, thighs are switched on, elbows are nice and wide as we curl up, working into those upper abs. Inhale, lower, exhale, curl up, and lower, down, 1 vertebra at a time. Good work. We've finished our arm work. We've finished our lower body work. We've just got the abs to go. You're doing really well. Breathing in and out. Lifting and holding at the top of that lift before easing back down to the mat. Now as you lift up, strong core, flatten that abdominal wall. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold and lower down. Nice. Now keep your right hand behind your head. We're going to take the left arm overhead. We're going to inhale here, and as we exhale, we're going to slide the left knee in and reach toward the left ankle with the left fingertips. So we're lowering and then sliding and reaching toward that heel. Now, as we do so, I want you to really keep those right thigh muscles switched on. We don't want the right side moving. So we're focusing on this left side, working into the obliques. As we slide the heel in and reach for it, we're supporting the head with the right hand. Good. We've got 5. Reach a bit further. And 4. Lift, getting deep into that waistline for 3. And 2. And last one. Lift a bit higher and relax it down. Good work. So now, left hand behind the head, right hand overhead. We're inhaling here and sliding the right heel in and then extending. Extend. Nice work. Really reach for that heel, keeping the left leg switched on. We're not moving around on that left side. Let's do 5 more. 5 and 4, focusing on those obliques. Last 2. And final 1. Reach for it and lower down. Nice work. Both hands behind your head now, fingers interlaced. And we're going to go into some crunches with some leg lifts. So the legs are still a separated mat distance apart. Pointing through the toes, we're gonna inhale here and exhale, right leg comes up and we lower. Left leg comes up and we lower. Alternating sides. Pressing the low back into the mat as we curl and crunch up. Good. Don't worry about getting your leg as high as I am. If it doesn't want to go that high, just do a lower lift and really focus on those abs doing the work to get those shoulder blades up off the mat. Good. Toes stay pointed, thighs stay engaged. Flattening the abdominal wall as we breathe out to lift for 4, for 3, for 2, and final 1. Nicely done. Now, bring your legs in, keep them nice and wide, and bring them into tabletop. So we've got that V shape. Legs are splayed out to the side. From here, we're going to tap the elbows to the knees and then lower the toes down to the mat, tapping toes down to the floor. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now challenge yourself by picking that tailbone up off the mat. So you're working your upper abs, the center of your abs, and also your lower abs as you crunch up. It's a very intense move, super effective. Good. Now, if you want to step it up, we're going to tap, extend, tap, extend. If that's too much, just keep tapping the toes down to the mat between each repetition. Whew. Breathe through it. Scoop the abs in as the knees come in. Good. We've got 4. Core is burning. 3. Stick with it. 2. And last 1. Extend your legs out long, or you can have a gentle bend if it's too much with the extension. Hold in your crunch. We're going to flutter the legs, maintaining that V, maintaining those pointed toes, fluttering the legs. Good. Trying to keep the torso nice and centered. Abs are engaged for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the legs down. Oh my goodness, that was tough. Now we're ready for a stretch. Amazing work with that abdominal series. Okay, take your hands on either side of your shoulders, peel up for your cobra, or all the way up. Ooh, I'm shaking. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Melting those shoulders down and back for 3 and 2 and 1. Lower down. Bring yourself up. Walk both legs out into a plank and then fold your right leg under your body, coming into pigeon pose. You can sit up nice and tall like this or fold over the body. I'm going to turn to the right, stretching the neck and the spine. Walk hands to center, twist to the left. Back to center, hands down, legs back. Fold your left leg under your body, sitting up nice and tall or folding over like so. Adding a twist if that feels good. Twisting to the right, back leg is straight out behind you, and twisting to the left. And back to center. Gonna bring ourselves into a cross leg position here. And just take a moment to stretch out the arms, folding the left arm across the chest. Applying a little bit of pressure to the forearm to deepen the stretch. Neck is nice and long. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's switch sides. Left arm comes across the chest, stretching into that shoulder. Again, nice long neck. I've got shakes throughout my entire body after working the muscles so hard. Good, release. Bring the feet together and let's just stretch out our inner thighs. So holding onto the ankles, just folding, hinging from the hips over the lower body. I just wanted a bit of a deeper stretch, so I'm going to apply a little bit of pressure to the knees, bringing them closer to the mat, but you don't have to add that in if that feels too much. Slowly come up. I'm going to cross my legs again, and let's just roll out our shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Let's take 2 more. Inhale, lift those shoulders. Exhale, melt them down and back. And last one, shrugging away the tension, and we are done. I hope you enjoyed that routine. It was pretty intense, but I feel like it was super effective. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to moving again with you next time. Bye.